So it's no secret that we don't really want the second season of Nobody Wants This.
Yeah. And the reaction have been torn for this season. Some people saying, oh, I didn't want this. And I think I kind of agree a bit, but that does not go without saying that it was a bad season. It's not a bad season at all.
Yeah, it was just okay.
Yeah.
So Joanne and Noah are back in full effect. And if you do not know about Nobody Wants This, first of all, it's about a rabbi and a podcaster, a sex podcaster falling in love. And that was the first season. But this
Yeah.
season now they are navigating being together as a couple.
However, in as much as we did not really want this second season, it came with its lessons,
Yeah.
good lessons actually, especially for when you're navigating a relationship.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So do you want to start to our first lesson?
Yeah. Number one being the obvious, but in case it went over your head, good communication matters. This is something that it's so resounding that it's almost a cliche at this point, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about the show. That's my favorite theme about the show. How much this couple try to communicate their
Yeah.
feelings, tell each other everything.
Yeah.
And there are moments this season where they do not communicate, okay, this is how my day went, or this is how I'm feeling with my sister. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they did that and it helped them out. Just communicating how they feel a lot just helps our relationship.
Yes, they moved on from okay, we like each other to okay, how can we make this work for the both of us? So they had this very healthy relationship. The rabbi was open about about him wanting her to convert, and Madame Joanne, she was also open about
Taking it step by
taking
step,
taking
but
it
she's not ready.
yeah, a step at a time. So yeah, they had a semi healthy communication. It's a very good recipe for every relationship. That's number one lesson from this series.
Second lesson here is don't date your therapist. If you do not know, if that one is not obvious enough for you, don't date your therapist. And
Yeah.
also, do not get into a relationship. It ties together anyway. Do not get into a relationship because other people are doing the same thing.
Exactly. I found this spin in the story interesting.
Me too.
So Joanne has a younger sister, Morgan, and Morgan is just this. Sometimes she does a bit much, and she's feeling left out. Her sister has this perfect rabbi boyfriend, and she's almost waiting for him to get out of the honeymoon stage. And I say, no, our relationship is perfect. It's so beautiful. Next thing, Morgan is showing up with her therapist.
Her boyfriend, her ex therapist.
She's so crazy, and this man, he fit the aesthetic of Noah. So they're both these men that are
Yeah.
so they have good jobs, that are so put together. So and these sisters are crazy.
Yeah.
So she decided to actually date this man because she wants to live up to her sister.
Yeah, and you should not live your life like that. You should not
It's
date people because
so
other people are in
sad.
relationship. Or you want to keep up with your family, or they just somebody because in a relationship. And I say, okay, me, I want to
Yeah.
be in a relationship too, so I can keep up with. Okay, that is madness. I like the relationship. I like when, and then I like the relationship. It's weird. You don't date your therapist part
Yeah.
because you don't really know if this person really likes you or this person loving you according to what you've told him in therapy. And that's how he was loving Morgan. He gave her everything. Like he just silenced her with like, okay, I hear you. It's because of your childhood trauma,
Yeah.
or you always wanted to propose this way. It's crazy. Don't date a therapist. It's obvious.
Plain and simple, it is unethical. Leave your therapist alone. And if your therapist is hitting on you, run for the hills. Lesson number three has to be pattern or rules don't always fit every relationship. You have to be authentic. This lesson is, I love it so much.
Yeah, that Valentine episode with Noah, I'm like, how is it possible? So during the Valentine episode this season, we saw that Noah was loving Joanne according to what he knows how to do normally. First of all, a girl called and was like, oh, this is how he treated me.
Yeah.
Then he has to go and talk with his ex-girlfriend. And that's
Yeah.
how he treated his ex-girlfriend, the one he
Yeah.
broke up with to be with Joanne. And then he gifted her Valentine gift. And it's the same thing he did for his ex-girlfriend. It was
Yeah.
just like this pattern, this formula. Noah is used to this formula, this style every time when he's in a relationship. I always buy girls flowers. Any girl in my life gets flowers. So it doesn't fit every relationship. You have to be unique. You have to be authentic when it comes to people that you're communicating with or you're being in a relationship with.
Yeah. I totally could relate to this lesson a lot
Okay.
because because a lot of people that I've had conversations with, especially men, obviously, they just believe that there's a pattern to how relationship works. All girls like flowers, all girls like teddy bear. I love teddy bear anyway. All girls like teddy bear, and they just believe that there's a pattern on how to be a good boyfriend. But you should know that, and people always say that women like this, and I'm sitting there saying that I don't like it.
I don't care about this.
Yeah, I don't care about what
What do
you're
you
saying
mean
right
a
now.
customized neck, same shape, and your ex girlfriend got it? Every year of your ex girlfriend has gotten this necklace. What are you talking about? I
So
don't like it normally. Wait, this is not my style.
yeah, so you're saying that like, oh, this, I'm just trying to be a good boyfriend. You are not being a good boyfriend to me. You're being a good boyfriend to like you're following a template. So it's always like boring. By the time there's this guy I met one time, he was like, "There's too much information."
No, it's not. Give us.
Anyway, the other time there's this guy, he was asking, we just met, and they say, "Oh, what's your shoe size?" And I'm like, why you want to buy me a shoe?
Do I know this person?
No,
Okay.
why you want to buy me a shoe? And he thought that that's just how it should be. I should be gifting you. I should buy you a shoe. I should buy you airtime, data, and everything. And this is not mean the person is a bad person, but it just seemed
No.
like I don't really care for shoes.
Why not
Let's
get
start
to
there.
know me?
Yeah, well, I want to get to know me. You're just like, okay, I'm supposed to be gifting her. I'm complaining about something. Oh, I'll do it. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm just having a conversation with you right now. So yeah, I could understand this one a lot. Like
Yeah.
people just believe that there's a template to how to be a good boyfriend, and this was not say for only men,
Women, who,
girls
girls do
as
it
well. Like,
too.
oh, as a
Also
girl, I'm supposed to do
cook.
this one, I'm supposed to do that one, I'm supposed to clean, I'm supposed to be supportive. You have to know your partner
Yeah, what they
and
like.
serve them how you can.
Yeah. What do you mean you're getting me? I took her to the bar for wine
Yeah,
tasting.
I can't remember the movie, but it's a movie like that. Or I don't know if it's just my head that I created that thing. But by the time a guy, he noticed that the girl was always losing her keys. So it's a movie. So he got her a key holder. Like something as simple as a key holder. You're just saying that okay, I see you, I can hear you,
Yeah.
I know what you want, and that's much more perfect than following a template. Buying me flowers. I don't know what to do with roses. How about that? So you go back with the
It was
roses.
giving this is how I treat my mommy, and this is how my brother
Yeah.
treats his
I'm not your
wife, and
mommy.
this is
I'm not
how
your brother's wife. I
that's
am a different breed.
it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
The next lesson is you should always ask yourself if you're sacrificing or you're losing yourself in relationships.
Yeah, this is a common actually. People just believe that you have to compromise. I remember one of our lecturers said he hates that word compromise, and it really stuck with me because there's nothing wrong with compromise because you
Yeah.
have to
It's
allow
for a
people into
relationship.
your life. That's how it works. For you to say, oh, I like this person because you're willing to accommodate them and their excesses into your space. However, that's when you not ask yourself, okay, am I losing myself right now? Am I performing so that I can fit into this person's box? Or am I being my authentic self? Like, there's a difference between compromising and making room for people.
Yes.
This person likes loud mornings. I don't like loud mornings. How going to make it work? Then you now that okay, maybe don't make noise inside the room where I'm still sleeping. Maybe go outside and make a noise. That you see, we are being these people that are working together. So
Yeah.
that's what makes a relationship better.
And this show, there's a lot of talk about sacrifice, and is Joanne. I felt so much for Joanne this season because she is struggling with okay, should I convert? Should I not convert?
Yeah.
Do I want to be Jewish or do I not? Do I want to take my time? How does it even feel like? And at the end of the day, and one thing is that I feel for relationship, I think people should just allow people be, regardless of
Yeah.
religion, regardless of what you. Because at the end of the day, when you met me, you like this person I was.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like religion is a huge part of this person already and
Mm-hmm.
what they believe in. So why not just let them be? Because I feel like Joanne and the rabbi could have made it work regardless. Even though he lost his job at the other temple, he lost the promotion and he left the temple
Mm.
and found another one. I think I know I don't like her decision to convert at the end of the day. Although she already felt like okay, she was already blending in, and that's normal when you are together with somebody. Your values might blend, or you have similar values, but there are
Yeah.
traditions and things that you not start trying out. So it might make you one of them, but at the same time,
The relationships can be complicated. I will actually complicate things ourselves. That's something I'm learning a lot. However, for the entire thing about religion and everything, it's when you think about it at the same time, it doesn't have to be me. I just feel like a lot of things don't have to be so forcing life or so rigid, but at the same time, we have to have be a united front in some way, one way or the other.
you know,
So maybe he believes that okay, we need to go to the temple together. When you have kids, life
yeah,
is
I
a lot.
understand that.
Yeah. So her decision to convert, I don't really see anything wrong with it
I don't,
like that.
but the
But
moment in which she decided to convert, when he just broke up with her, and then she's realized that okay, I'm already doing after
I'm
having
already
this talk with
blending in,
Esther, I'm already
yeah,
blending in.
and
And what if I'm
yeah.
already making this small inch by inch already?
I think that it's because we complicate a lot of things and we just try to make it so rigid that oh tradition, and sometimes it's just in a simple day-to-day life that okay, we are making this work together. And as long as you're not losing yourself, as long as you're not hurting anybody, good for you. But if this is a deal breaker for you that no, I'm not converting, I like my faith, I believe what I believe, then maybe the relationship should not be people should not be together, or maybe we'll
Yeah.
find a way to work it out. That's it.
Yeah, so sacrifice or losing yourself.
Yeah, it's complicated. It can be, but we complicate things ourselves at the same time as human beings. Then also, this one I think is pretty popular. They always even preach it in churches every day. Don't you have to set boundaries with your family and your relationship?
Yes, you should. Not saying that family is not important when it comes to
Yeah,
relationship, just that
boundaries.
there should be boundaries between them because Bina had no boundary at all. Even though Noah tried to set boundaries with his mom, but at the same time she was still trying to okay, my son. I know you want the best for your son. Of course you want the best for your son. But at the same time, you're doing too much. Even when she went to his brother's house, Sasha tell him that oh, you have another baby. That is crossing the line. I know you want grandbabies
Now
and
it's
all,
crossing the line.
but with that movement, with her doing that, actually, I think it's one of the things that really shook the couple, Sasha and Esther.
Yeah,
Because right now, at the end of the season, we see that she's telling her husband that she needs space and she doesn't know who she is without him, and she needs space to just figure
yeah,
out what's going on in the relationship. She did not want a baby.
yeah.
And I feel like if your mom comes to meet you and tell you that, oh, have a baby, tell her, Mom, we are not ready for this. We want this. We don't want this. Or
Yeah,
not
you can be
now.
polite and tell the person. I
Yeah.
when people always laugh about how the older people behave, I'm really someone that does not condone all those things. I just feel like I don't really have that time to be saying, oh, that's how they are, or what if it's going to infringe on my happiness, then I'm going to have a conversation. So when people are just laughing and saying, "Oh, be nice," so, "Oh, she's such a laugh," she's a I think that's what everybody does in real life. That once Allah has his mom and everything, oh, we can have it. Mom has 2 ears. Mom can listen. If she doesn't listen, then maybe we have to set a hard line. We have to find a way to communicate with because there's nobody that is beyond communication. We always have to find a way to just like pass message across
Yeah.
that. See, you are actually
Crossing the line.
crossing the line right now, and we can meet get to a resolution together. Yeah, I don't have time to be cutting your feelings.
Yeah, I understand. You just have to talk to your parents
Yeah,
at the end of the
you
day
have to
because
speak up.
sometimes when you really want to stand up and say, oh, I don't like this thing you just did, Bina, you
You
might come
become
off
a
as
bad
disrespect.
person. Yeah,
Yeah, so you are the one that will tell your mom or set the boundaries to your mom that this is, even your partner should have the conversation first of all. People should start fresh about what you want, what you don't want. I don't want this is not what I want, this is what I want. And then you can communicate boundaries to your family. It's not the mommy said I should have a baby because she came to their house to come and do nothing but
yeah.
say
And
they
she
should come and have another child.
wanted a key. She had a key before they took the key. She well, just a lot. I'm not been happy with that.
Yeah.
And our bonus point, our bonus lesson from this show has to be your past is the baggage claim. It is your carry on.
Yes.
This might seem somehow for people. Some people might think, oh, your past is the past, move on. But sometimes this past or who you were yesterday shapes you for who you're going to be tomorrow. It's not something that you just really like. This used to be me. For example, now the rabbi, even when he lost his job and everything. This is Noah and Joanne now. They have to navigate stuff together. They're seeing that it might be a love bomber, first of all. Then they have to navigate that. Okay, what does this mean? So you're just really learning about the person.
Yeah.
Does not mean that oh, it's just a new person. This is who I'm dating right now. Like there are patterns, and you have to check patterns actually. So when people
Yes.
always say, "Oh, leave the past behind. The past is nothing. You are in you today now. Navigate it one way or the other." No.
The way he treated the other girl that made the
Yeah.
call on the podcast, the same way he treated his other ex girlfriend that he
Yeah.
was also supposed to get married to, and now he's probably going to treat Joanne that way. So it's not just in the past; it's really follows you through.
Yeah. So
Does that make sense?
yeah, it makes sense because the past is not always the past. There's something called patterns, and you learn from those patterns.
Yeah, and even Joanne too, she had a hard childhood. She wished her parents even broke up. So he's not just dating or this version of her. Because at the end of the day, you can see that
This is affecting
he's
her.
affecting her views on a lot of things.
Yeah,
Her childhood friend, enemy, and now friend again, Abby was getting divorced with her husband, and she's like, "Oh, good for you! Like, yeah, you should get a divorce quickly. Do it now that children are even still small." And you're
yeah,
like, "Okay, where is this coming from?" That's actually coming from her childhood and her experience with her parents being
yeah,
together, and her father was gay. So she did not just leave that fact away. That okay, that's in the past. How my parents, because in her head, marriage, if it's going to affect children coming up or going to affect your well-being,
yeah,
end it now.
yeah,
That's not because oh, just thought about it right now. It
yeah,
came from somewhere. There's always a root of something, so you don't just leave yourself behind.
yeah. And also another point, bonus point again, because we're so benevolent.
Wow.
You have to be uncomfortable. Like discomfort is part of growing up and growing together. And I've been learning that recently too. That some things it's okay to get bored. It's okay to get uncomfortable. It doesn't have to always be rosy all the time. We know
Yeah, growth is
we
uncomfortable.
always say this thing growing up and say, oh, that's not better of us. We always knew this. But at the same time, as you're growing older, it gets really clear that you have to actually sit with your discomfort sometimes. When Noah and this lady were
Joanne.
Joanna were navigating their relationship, it got uncomfortable most times. Even Noah's brother Sasha and his wife, now they're in an uncomfortable situation in their relationship at the point. But yeah, it's all part of progress.
Yes.
It's all part of progress.
So there you have it, our little masterclass on
Yeah.
relationship.
Yes. So that's just some things we learned from watching Nobody Wants This season 2. But you should let us know what you thought about the show in the comments. We'll also read the lessons, the relationship lessons that we might have overlooked in the comments from you. Thank you very much. However, we'll just go to throw another bone right now. Which part of the series was like annoying to you?
I think Noah and Joanna having issues every time. I feel like they just look for things to have
Yeah,
problems about. They're
yeah,
just
yeah,
conflict up and down.
yeah.
Like, okay,
At the
they're
point,
going around in circles.
yeah, I suppose it's going to be repetitive, honestly. Actually, towards the end of the show, you're like, okay, enough. But for me, the most annoying part of this series has to be when, what's her name?
Esther.
Morgan and her sister Joanne, they were a lot sometimes. They were very annoying sometimes.
Yeah,
And sometimes you just want to tell them to grow up. Especially the part where they went for the baby naming and they were
in the
misbehaving.
baby's room,
I would have not tolerated that at all.
I would lose my shit. How dare you wear your shoes in? First of all, I say don't wear your shoes inside the house, and then you bring your sister and you put more your shoes into my baby's room.
Yeah.
I will.
I am for talking about some stupid doll from years ago. That doll represented nothing in the story. It represented nothing. Forgiveness, power. It represented nothing. Just that okay, it's just the entire principle of it that all the
For
girl lied
Morgan,
about.
okay, Morgan was blamed for the doll, so maybe for Morgan it did
Morgan was
something.
doing too much in that scene, but let us know what you think.
This sister's relationship, sometimes I feel like, okay, why are you always together? Why Noah and Joanna are going out and she'll call her sister is already there. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, this sisters actually need boundaries. And I think that's where a lot of their conflict comes from because they
yeah.
had zero boundaries. I'm not saying they don't have a close sisterly bond, but at the same time, they needed space from each other.
Honestly, they were a menace most times. But let us know what you think in the comments. And how would you rate this show? Will you recommend it? With its relationship lessons, or would you say you can skip it?
I recommend it. I think this will be one of our rom-com film
Yeah,
series
yeah.
of
This
our generation.
yeah, it's a nice binge. Just 10 episodes, 20 to 30 minutes for per episode. So it's a nice binge. Just a simple nice binge. Laughable moments. Sometimes you will want to peel your eyes out, but all in all, nice
Relatable
relationship
relationship
lessons.
experiences.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us what you think in the comments. Like we've said a million times already.
Yeah. Until next time, you take care of yourself. My name is Voke.
And I am Minifome.
Goodbye.
Bye.